Back here early Sunday morning at the Inver Grove Heights Veterans Memorial Arena in the final pool play game of the tournament. With 3 points in this game, and a Shakopee win. They're playing on the rink next door. Their game kicks off in about 20 minutes. So if that happens, Shakopee wins and Eden Prairie picks up 3 points in this game, Eden Prairie will be playing for the championship game. So we want to see good, solid defense the whole game long. This Apple Valley Burnsville team hasn't won a game in the tournament. Eden Prairie is 1-1. We got Clark centering Just and Agrawal with Bradle and Victor on the point. Everybody's ready? Let's play hockey. Face off gathered up by Eden Prairie. Bradle throws it in deep. Defenseman stops it. Victor takes a rough ride by 59. He's a big boy. Clark gets shouldered off as he shoots. Goalie makes the save and gets the whistle. If I'm a little late on my Zooms today, guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to wear my mittens as long as possible. Bradle around behind the net, gets it knocked off, but he regains control. Big time hit by Clark. Lucky he didn't grab an interference call there. Victor with it, up to Agrawal. He gathers it up, tries to get it to Clark, but defenseman steps up and breaks that up. 2-on-1. High over the net. Chipped up the boards and out by Victor. Stops it with his skates. Net's off. I'm pretty sure the net's off. I don't know what the ref's looking at. Face-off gathered up by Bourne behind the net, over to Shirley on the near boards. His pass just through everybody. Apple Valley dumps it back in deep. I want to see you cover that. Apple Valley got Eden Prairie running around a little bit. Reddington gathers it up in his own zone. Goes tape to Bourne. His fires one over to Shirley. Skips off his stick. Eden Prairie looking like they're still asleep here a little bit. Backhanded deep by Shirley as he goes off for a change. Big guy, 59, with it behind his own net. Leaves it for his buddy in the corner. And Apple Valley comes up the near boards here. Crosses the blue line, dumps it in deep. He's going off for a change. Nope, he's a defenseman. Sorry, he's just playing defense. Rung around to Just. He takes a big hit. Hands were coming up a little high on that one, maybe. Victor in the corner. Tries to get it up. Ooh, that takes a funny bounce for McMurray, but... And early in the game, Eden Prairie's hopes for a first place finish in the pool are dashed as they leave a man alone in front. Some sloppy passing early here. Yeah, Eden Prairie needed to get the shutout here this morning to hold on hopes for a championship game today. So since the shutout's done, with a win here, Eden Prairie would finish with 4 points and will now finish third place in the pool no matter what. So a win and we finish in third, a lose and we finish in fourth. I don't think there's any other options at this point. Agrawal got himself a breakaway. He's in all alone. And the goalie's equal to the task. Knocks it up and over the net. And that goes into the boards, or into the bench for a whistle. So yeah, back to the seeding, their pool standings here. If Maple Grove beats Shakopee, they finish pool play undefeated. Oh wait, and Shakopee would then have just 3 points with 1 win. Hey, Eden Prairie scores off the face-off. Is that Johnson Burton or is that Shirley? I can't tell. I think that's Shirley. I can just see the 5. I can't tell if it's 85 or 25. It's 25. CJ Shirley puts Eden Prairie on the board and equals the score at 1. So yeah, Eden Prairie still can play for third place. Now that I do my thought experiment and get it all the way through. Maybe we'll go through the scenarios between the periods here. Reddington with it behind his own net, knocked off his stick. Dangerous hit by Bourne. They try to Bobby Orr it out in front, can't do it. Shirley runs into a big check in the far corner, or the far corner. McMurray playing without a goal stick. Net's off, so we get a whistle. We're tied at 1 here. 9 minutes, 23 seconds left in the first period. Apple Valley throwing everything they got at Eden Prairie here in the early stages of this game. Face-off won by Apple Valley, back to the point. Shot never made it through. That one does, steered aside by McMurray. 74 behind the net. They give him the lane. His shot. That's interference, no call. Victor goes tape to tape for Bourne, but it skips under his stick. And we get an icing call. Apple Valley switches up their line. Eden Prairie keeps the same 5 out. Clark centering Bourne and Bradle and Just. Eden Prairie gets it out. Apple Valley first one to it. Cross ice to their winger. He comes right back in, but he's rubbed out by Clark, who's just been hitting everything that moves, and he picks up a penalty on that one. McMurray gives a little shoulder shrug as he skated over. All right. Apple Valley going to the first power play of the game this morning. Coach wants a little explanation as to what the call was. Seems to be satisfied for the moment. Quick shot. Puck just sitting there. Nobody wants it. Finally cleared all the way down by Eden Prairie. That's going to get an icing call. And we'll come right back here and do it again. All right, who do we got out here? Just with Bradle, Bourne, and Victor on the points. Just chips it by the defense, gets it knocked off his stick, but Victor trailing the play, chips it ahead a little further. Just gets it again, gets it in deep behind the net. Victor pinching shorthanded. Don't like to see that all the time. No call on that. Nice check by Bradle. All right, we got Reddington with Shirley on the forwards here for the rest of the penalty kill. Bourne and Shirley on the points. Face off one behind the net by Reddington. Bourne gathers it up on the far boards. Chips it ahead. Shirley intercepts that one. Reddington rides his man hard into the boards. Shirley with it behind his net. Rings it around, clears the zone. Shirley giving chase. Stay in the net, B. Reddington gathers it up, can't clear the zone, finally clears the zone. Shirley giving some pressure. Reddington goes off for a change. Through the neutral zone comes Apple Valley, makes the move with the blue line, pushes the big guy here offsides. Olstead just a step offsides on that one. "18 seconds left on the Eden Prairie penalty to Caleb Clark. Backhand. Can't quite kick it out. Walks down the slot. Big leg save by McMurray. Shirley sees Clark coming out of the box. Hits him with the stretch pass. Big save by the Apple Valley netminder. That was a nice stretch pass by Shirley. Clark just couldn't quite get the finish. 6.5 minutes left here in the first period. We're tied up at 1. Intercepted by Bradle. It makes a nifty little move. Still with it. Gets it in deep. Clark on the forecheck. He's giving a little push, but he gets it. Puts it out front. Just can't control it. Agrawal holds the zone. Bradle gets it skip past his. Victor's pass intercepted. They try to saucer pass it up. Clark tried to split the D, can't quite get it done. Eden Prairie stays on sides. Somehow that play stayed on sides. That pass misses everybody, and they're gonna get an icing call as it crosses the end line. Eden Prairie starting to skate just a little bit better than they were in the opening 5 minutes. Quick shot off the face-off by Eden Prairie. Held in at the point by Bourne. Puts it all the way back into the corner. This time he can't quite hold his own. Fans on his pass to his partner. Can't quite get the shot off. Some action right in your living rooms, ladies and gentlemen. Shirley pulls it off the boards, gets it up to Reddington. He goes tape to Bourne. Bourne crosses the blue line with his patented wrist shot. Doesn't get through. Reddington tries to pick the pocket. Can't quite get it done. Nice check by Bourne. Two guys in front. Three guys in front. Backdoor was there. Shirley does a nice stick lift. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Fires a little knuckler, goes just wide. Tries to come back on the back door. He's hauled down, no call. Braxton slow getting over there. Luckily, they were equally as slow getting over there. Victor can't quite handle that pass. He dishes out a big check on the boards. Johnson chips it up to Clark. He's trying to stick handle through traffic. Gets it poked off of his stick. Just with a nice back check. Clark, he's gonna win this race. He always does. Apparently there was something the crowd is reacting to. I didn't see it. I was blocked by the referee on that one. Refs are letting them play this morning. Talk to each other, guys. Just trying to stick handle through the defenseman, can't quite get there, and this is going to be an icing all the way down on Apple Valley. Let's see on the accuracy here. Right on the skate. Perfect pass. Just over 2.5 minutes left in the first period. Score still tied at 1. Here comes Apple Valley getting it out of the zone, but Eden Prairie gets control of the puck. Reddington crosses the line, throws it in front to Shirley, broken up by the defenseman. Bourne goes down deep to hold the zone. Shirley can't hold the zone on his try. He leaves it for his partner. Zone's clear, dumps it in deep. Shirley gets it over on the far boards. Stop the puck. Bourne gets checked from behind, no call. Offsides is that call. Minute 52 in this tie game. Minute 52 left here in the first period. Score tied at 1. McMurray steers it to the corner. Offsides. Face off won by Apple Valley, thrown in behind the Eden Prairie net. Turned over right in the slot. Saucer pass over to Bourne. Bourne hits Clark with his pass. Picked up by Apple Valley. They come right back in. There's a big hit right in your living room, ladies and gentlemen. Victor almost came right onto your couch, guys. Narog picks up a roughing call there. Eden Prairie going to the power play for the first time. Just over a minute to go in the first period. Eden Prairie power play has scored a goal in each of their 2 opportunities this weekend. Or in 2 of their opportunities this weekend. Bradle on the far point. Is that Gunmanson knocked down in front? Shirley gets knocked down in front. I don't know who got the goal. It looks like they're giving it to Johnson. Brian Johnson cleaning up the garbage at the side of the net. No, maybe it was Reddington. They're not doing any announcements here. I can't tell who scored. I was looking at Shirley getting just mauled in front of the net. So Eden Prairie power play strikes again. Eden Prairie with the 1-goal lead now late in the first period. Reddington crosses the blue line. Fires one. Ooh, that hit the defender. That is going to feel... He's still down on the ice. He's skating off very slowly. That pass misses everybody. "27 seconds left in the first period. Clark with Just and Agrawal on the forwards. Shirley and Bourne are on the defense for the last 30 seconds of the period here. Bourne does a nice job to step up. Clark digs it out. Back into Bourne. 12 seconds left. Don't play around with it. You got to get it out. Know the time. 6 seconds left. All right, we're back to start the second period. Eden Prairie is up 2-1. Thrown down into the Eden Prairie zone by Shakopee. Bourne blows a tire behind the net. Clark can't quite get there. Thrown back around behind Apple Valley. Shirley gathers it up. Left nicely for Clark by the defenseman. He can't quite fight his way through the stick check. You can't stick handle that. Apple Valley's not going quietly today. They've pretty much been blown out in their 2 games today, I think, or this weekend. It's like 6-1 and 4-1 or 6-1 and 4-0. But they're playing Eden Prairie tough today. Got them bottled up in their own. Oh, come on, don't let them poke at your goalie like that. So the Maple Grove Shakopee game has started on the rink next door. I do not have an update on the score yet. Throws it back to the point. Shirley can't quite get it. Shot steered aside by McMurray. Bourne gets it past. Shirley hustling hard. Gets there first, tries to fight off the stick, the check. Goes back to his point. Bradle gets the shot blocked. He gets bumped off. Possible break the other way for Apple Valley, but Eden Prairie is there to shut it down. Reddington with it in his own zone. Tries to go D to D. Nice block by Shirley. His shot blocked into the corner. Got Reddington over here. Reddington takes a check, gets it over to Shirley. You got to go to the front of the net. You can't both be behind the net. Somebody's got to go in front. Get in front. Reddington fires it just wide. Tip past Victor. I might have to do some. Eden Prairie's got 3 guys hurt. I haven't seen Gunmanson here today. Nice sauce pass. Goalie gets the toe out on it. Just with a big hit behind the net. Loose puck. Goalie gets a glove on it before Clark can. All right, we got Clark with Just and Johnson. Shirley and Bourne are on the points. Well, I think we got 4 injured now. That's why I haven't seen Gundy. His injury must have slipped past me on all the notifications. He must be the 4th guy hurt. So they're really juggling the lines. That one gets by Bourne. Sorry guys, cameraman was confirming Dari is out apparently, but Clark, with some fancy stick handling, manages to get it past the 5-hole of the goalie. He's frustrated by that one. He may have turned his stick over and kind of helped guide it in a little bit. But that's what happens when Clark's coming down on you. He's coming down fast. So Eden Prairie goes up 3-1, has that dreaded 2-goal lead. Asked Maple Grove about it. They came back and won it, but Blue Line came up and grabbed Clark on that one. They waved it onsides and then said no. Yeah, he played yesterday morning, but then I didn't see him in the afternoon. Shirley fights to a stick check. Goes hard into the boards. Nice shot. Goalie's equal to the task. Rebound cleared out by Apple Valley. Brado goes to his partner. Shirley with a nice little... Oh, Agrawal pivot. Apple Valley finally gets control of it. Nope, not for long though. Shirley hustling through, splits the D. Poke checked out. Agrawal throws it towards the net, bouncing around in front. Victor can't get it down for the shot. Reddington. Puck loose at the side. Nobody can get to it in time. Picked up by Apple Valley. Big hit by Agrawal. He leaves this man down on the ice. He's out. He's a tough cookie, that guy right there. He takes the big hit. He gets up. He's getting a little help over to the bench. Hope he's all right. Agrawal not known for his big hits, but he laid him out on that one. No penalty on the play. Face off right in front of us here with Clark centering Bourne and Just, with Bourne and Shirley on defense. Apple Valley looks like they got all their big guys out here for this line. And there's the biggest of them all lugging it up the near boards here. Bounces it down deep. Big hit. He's down now. I think the big guy maybe went into the boards and a stick came up and got him up in the neck area. Faceoff's going to be outside of the zone here. We still have over half of the second period left here. And this game's starting to get very physical. And both teams have another game to play regardless of the outcome. Clark gets it up through the middle. stays on sides. Can't dipsy doodle through the defense. He does get on sides. Shirley crosses the line. Fires one high and over the net. Missed the net by a mile on that one. Bourne. His pass intercepted by 74. He's bumped off by a Just. And they come in still off sides. Nope, phase off right here. Eden Prairie still up 3-1. We're almost to the halfway point of the second period. Shirley busts up the near boards right in your face. He's driving hard to the net. One hand push, steered aside by the goalie, but that's going to draw a penalty. Holding on number 57, Ladd. Picks up a holding penalty there. Face off one by Wrightington, turned, fired, blocked, and fired all the way down by Apple Valley. Is it going to get there for icing? It does. Finally crossed the 7-minute mark. Wrightington's pass a little too hot for Bradle to handle. Shirley and Bradle in there battling. Bradle comes over with it. Shirley comes over. It takes a slash, no call. Bradle sneaking in the back door here. Stay down low, stay down low. But we do got a slash coming. The ref to our left did make that call. All right, Eden Prairie up 2 men now for 1:17. Shot fired just wide by Bourne. Just gathers it on the far boards. Throws it down in the corner for Agrawal. Has a little trouble holding it, but he just gets it back. Gets it to Agrawal. Throws it up to Bourne on the far point. Bourne gets his pocket picked by 74. He makes a move on Shirley. Miscommunication on that pass. Shirley gains some control, activates himself, comes up through the neutral zone. Clark buries the rebound again, and again the cameraman is too slow to get it. That's how fast Clark is. He's faster than the camera. 2 goals by him, and I can't get either one of them. That might be his hat trick, I think. Is that a hat trick for him already? They got netting all around, so you can't throw a hat on the ice. I think that's Clark's hat trick. Eden Prairie now goes up 4-1. Still has probably 1:25 left on the second penalty. Agrawal's got his work cut out for him here. This matchup is a whole head taller and might outweigh him by 75 pounds, if not 100 pounds. This ref wants some, or this Apple Valley coach wants to explanation. Still waiting for them to get the penalties right. Eden Prairie's up 4-1. 5 minutes to go. I might just zoom out wide here as we near the end of the period and run over to the rink next door and see if I can catch a score so I can update us. Ooh, that takes a funny bounce off the stanchion right to the front of the net. Justin Clark are battling for it. Shirley with it. He turns and fires a quick shot. Ladd fires it all the way down. Probably going to get an icing call. McMurray lets it go. Eden Prairie with the 3-goal lead here as we march towards the 5-minute mark of the second period. Reddington with Shirley and Bourne out there. Victor can't hold the zone. Bourne chips it in deep. Shirley's the first one there. Sidestep the check from Bentley. Victor, hot pass to Bradle. Bradle got himself in a little trouble there. Nifty little move to get out. Can't quite finish it. Held in by Shirley. Fans on his shot, and that's iced all the way down by... Oh. The goalie says, no, we're not getting that whistle. We want this game over. Hopefully that'll pay off. Bourne with it. Dishes it up to Shirley. Avoids a check, but loses the puck in the process. That one's going to get an icing call, though. All right, 4:05 left in the second period. Face off to the left of the Apple Valley netminder. Face off one back by Apple Valley. But of course, Clark wins the race to the puck. Throws it out front. Backhand kicked aside. Goalie throws a glove to adjust head. Clark with a nifty little move. Another nifty little move. Flutters one just wide. Tried the old knuckle puck. Clark, I got that one for him. That's 4, I believe, for Clark. The man is just possessed. Is that 4? That's at least a hat trick. I missed 2, but I was quick enough to get to him on that one. Clark wins the faceoff to himself. Another one flutters just wide. Thrown around. Bourne holds the zone, throws it here to Johnson. Johnson with a nice pass to Just, can't quite bury it. Bourne's pass intercepted by Apple Valley. They throw it in wide of McMurray. That pass to Clark just fails to click. Bourne with it in the far corner. Tries the long pass to Johnson, who fights through the check and gets it in deep. Nice job. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Reddington gets it. He wants to get on the scorer sheet. Goalie says, not yet. (5-1) Eden Prairie with 2:34 to go in the second period. held in by Shirley on the second attempt. Backhanded by the other Shirley, intercepted by Apple Valley. Apple Valley crosses the line, but they're offsides. Thrown in by Apple Valley. Pass just too far for Shirley. McMurray blows a tire behind the net. Shirley trying to split the defense again. Agrawal can't get the tip to go. And Apple Valley comes back the other way. That's going to be offside. No, they call it onside. McMurray says, I'm going to hold this thing. Let's get a whistle. All right, I am just going to leave it zoomed out. I will be back at the start of the third period with a score update from the game next door. Oh, hey, here we go, Clark, coming into your living room. Oh, he gets the stick lifted at the end. It does squeak in. I don't know who's going to get credit. Maybe Bourne, maybe Clark. Everybody was buzzing around the net there. Now we make it, is it 6-1 now, I think? Minute 22, minute 32 left. Here comes Clark again. All right, I'm back. We're going to be running time in the third period as long as the score holds 5 or more lead for Eden Prairie. The game next door is all tied, 2 goals to 2. And if Maple Grove can win that one, or tie. I think the tie, if Maple Grove and Shakopee tie, then Shakopee has 4 points. We would have 4 points. Head to head, we win. Bourne gets to it first. Shirley finds Just on the far boards, comes in. He's got Eggerwall in front, but he can't get it to him. He's ridden off nicely but he still has the puck. Way to stay with it. Stop that puck. And then take a quick little forehander wrist shot. Bradle with it on the far boards, crosses the center line. Again, tries to fire it, missed. Like I said, stop that puck. Victor giving chase, gonna get the icing call. Shirley with it, crosses his own blue line, crosses their blue line. Still with it. Reddington rips one just wide. Shirley fires one over to Reddington, who can't connect on the one-timer. Back around to Shirley on the point. His shot deflected on net. "10 minutes left in the in regulation, we'll say. Most likely the game. Shirley gets a little careless with it. McMurray covers it up, gets the whistle. So, score next door is 2-2. If that score holds and this score holds, I think Eden Prairie will play for third place. Bourne pushes ahead to Shirley. Shirley splitting the defense, trying to win the race. Leaves it for Bourne, who buries the empty net. Apple Valley has changed the goaltenders. Not a lot goalie can do on that one. We have 8:50 left in the game here. Eden Prairie up 7-1 now. Just tries to throw it in deep, but Apple Valley's there. We get the whistle. Whistles are fine. Clock keeps running. As soon as this one ends, I'm gonna pick up the tripod and run over to the rink next door. We'll get a little bonus coverage for anybody that wants to stick around. Watch and find out who Eden Prairie will play and for what they will play. Held in by Apple Valley. A lot of snow over there in front of the Eden Prairie bench. Nifty stick handling. Clark chips it up and out. Bourne trying to win the race. Apple Valley comes out of the corner with it. 2-on-1, now 2-on-2, now 2-on-3. That came out, that's an offsides whistle. We're nearing the 7-minute mark of the third period. Puck steered into the Eden Prairie corner. Victor has it skip off his stick. Shirley gets it up to Reddington on a nifty little breakout. They got Agrawal up ahead. Agrawal's going to the net. He's there for the tip and can't get it home. Eden Prairie got Apple Valley with a floater. Cost him an icing with 6:17 left. Victor with a nifty little stick handle tried to feed Bourne on the side of the net. Rung around the boards of Bradle. He holds the Clark, first one to it. He throws it up in front. Nice leg save by the goalie there. Apple Valley gets control, clears the zone, tries to come up through center, but Clark's there to intercept it. He leaves it for Bourne, but just a little too far. They're going to get an icing call on that. We got just over 5 minutes to go in the third period. Clark centering Just and Bourne, with Bourne and Shirley on defense. Shot deflected into the corner. Apple Valley first one to it. Back up to the point. Can't get it out yet. Now they do all the way down. That's gonna, no tip. That's tip for no icing. 4.5 to go. 2-on-1 if Apple Valley hurries here. But Eden Prairie does a nice job of getting back. Clark finds some loose change. Steered aside into the corner by McMurray. 4 minutes to go here in the third period. Held in at the line. He's walking down, one man to beat. He leaves it for the big guy. Big guy's backhand. Got caught on the top of the net. McMurray decides, let's just get a whistle. Let's just get a whistle. The net's off. They're not blowing it. Puck's bouncing around. Everybody talking to each other. Who was supposed to have that guy? Who was supposed to have that guy? McMurray explaining what happened. Everybody with a smile on their face. .320 to go in the third period. McMurray has to be sharp on that one. Born with it in the corner. Tries to come out right through the middle. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. Not that it matters, but you don't do that. Eden Prairie now with just a 5-goal lead. We're still going to have running time, I think. McMurray's glove is quick on that one. 2:30 left in the third period. In the grand scheme of things, that last goal doesn't hurt. So hopefully we use that as a learning experience. That even with a 6-goal lead, Eden Prairie fighting hard here, coming up, crosses the blue line. Brado wants to get his name on the score sheet. Chipped ahead by Eden Prairie. Shirley with it. He's got Reddington coming hard. Gets it to just out of reach. Thrown behind the net by Shirley. 30 seconds left here. All right, I'm gonna start making my way over. All right, guys, let's walk next door, see what that score is. Still tied next door? Still tied next door, or don't you know? Is the score next door still 2-2? 3-2. Ooh, there's been a goal next door. We'll have to wait till we get over there to see who it was.
I'm on the slide too.
I'm not going to judge that because I can tell you, you just never know what you're going to do. You set the tone.
Oh no, 3-2 Shakopee, not what we want. Tie up right as we walk in the door, 3-3. All right, we got a little bonus coverage in the good rink. I'll set the stage for you. Score tied, 3-3, 11 minutes to go in the third period. Maple Grove gets it in deep. First one to it, throw it in front. Picked up by Shaco. Fired all the way down, no icing on this one. It's on top of the net, that's gonna get a whistle. Shakopee goes down to the other end. Handled nicely by Maple Grove defense. Penalty coming up on Maple Grove here. Goalie finally realizes it and he goes off.
Maple Grove has so many penalties. That's got to be what's killing them now.
This drink's weird because the benches are on opposite sides.
Yeah, that is weird.
I don't like it.
22.
All right, so those are still with us. McMurray stopped 20 of 22 shots.
I don't think anybody's still watching.
We got 4 people watching according to this. Maple Grove, shorthanded. Walks it out in front. Gets it to the point. Fanned on this shot. Second shot into the corner. Cleared out by Maple Grove. Minute and a half left on their penalty. Thrown in on goal by Shakopee, steer side.
Oh, those bouncy.
The bouncy high, tall can of corn. Oh, he's got him in front.
Get out of there, Maple Grove. What are you doing?
You know,
Ugh. Oh,
throwing all the way down for an icing. Well, they did need a switch, but so Shakopee had the 3-2 lead.
yeah, I saw that.
Just as I walked in, Maple Grove scored. Like
Oh, he banned on it.
Oh, Maple Grove gets the funny bounce. Goes up 4-3.
What? It I don't know, he passed it back and hit the board, it popped up, and there was a guy there and he just shot it. The goalie didn't really have a lot of a chance there.
That took a funny bounce off the boards, hit the net, and came right to Maple Grove in the slot. And he made no mistake, buries it. 8 minutes to go in the game. And of course, the third place game is like right around the corner at 1:40.
That's why I'm saying, I think we go somewhere, Braxton can put something.
We should just have Wilson tape it or put it up on YouTube for Grammy and Granddad. Here comes Maple Grove. They're not content winning by 1. Ooh, blocked aside. Ooh, we tried to get out front. It comes right back to him. Goalie gets the whistle. Under 7 minutes left now. If this score holds, Eden Prairie will be back at 1:40 right here on this rink. So that's only, I guess that's 3.5 hours away. Loose puck in front, nobody's there for a rebound.
3.5 hours, but not really, because we got to be here an hour before.
That's icing, waved off. Maple Grove gets to it. Gets his pocket picked by Shako. Thrown in front, pucks, bodies everywhere, puck ping-ponging around. Finally gathered up by Maple Grove. Gets it ahead to the center. He's 1-on-3. He takes a big-time elbow, no call. Shakopee's looking a little tired. Cleared all the way down for an icing on Maple Grove. 5:50 to go. If this score holds, Eden Prairie will play Edina for third place. This tournament is loaded with District 6 teams. Shot steered aside by Maple Grove netminder. Actually, with these colors, I'm gonna call him Osseo. If you're wearing the orange and black, you should be Osseo. Shakopee tries to wrap it around. Goalie equal to the task, covers it up for the whistle. Oh, Malcolm. Probably who doesn't put it down and forget it.
Maybe that's it.
Shakopee with the puck. Maple Grove getting some speed to a neutral zone. I think it's in. It's in. That's it. 3 goals. I don't think Shakopee's getting 3 goals. All right, so it looks like Eden Prairie's going to get a third place game out of this. Finished second in their pool. Held in by Shakopee. All right, guys, we're going to end this broadcast. We'll see everybody at 1:40. Oh, it's held in nicely. Little guy hits the goalie right in the head. All right, guys, we'll see everybody at 1:40 Central Standard Time. Or maybe it's Central Daylight Time. I can never remember.